They are more than the girl next door or the guy next door. They have the look. The modeling industry is alive and thriving in Alberta. If you don't believe me, well, let's talk to our next few guests. He is the owner of Sophia Models. He is Bill Giofu. Hey, Bill.
Hey, how you
So
doing?
good to see you again. I'm doing great. Taylor MacDonald, New Faces Development Agent. I love the title. Well, you'll explain that in a few moments. Also, we have a couple of great models here as well, too. We have Cecilia de la Roca. Pretty close?
Yeah.
De la Roca.
De la Rocha.
Oh, for heaven's sakes. And Oliver, I didn't get your last name.
Sargent.
Oliver Sargent. Now, these two on the end are models extraordinaire. We'll find out about their story. Bill, the modeling agency in Alberta is alive and well.
It is, yes. For sure, modeling in the industry in Calgary here is thriving. We've got quite a few agencies in Calgary, as you probably know. Of course, we're the best agency.
There you go.
You know, you must say that, right? The industry is definitely growing. It went into a little bit of a lull, not only in Calgary, but throughout the world, you know, because of the depression that came in. 06, 07, 08, but it's really picking up now, and we can see it by the new industry of the new stores that are coming in town. Nordstrom's has come in, you know, and Marshall's is here. Saks Fifth Avenue is coming. And then all the other companies are picking up their game too to start competing with the other new stores that are coming in, and it's good for the industry. We've had a lot of models getting some jobs here locally. We have a lot of head offices here in Calgary. Mark's Work Warehouse is here. Sport Check is here. Of course, both owned by Canadian Tire. Yeah. So it's definitely a place to be. Calgary is the place to be for the industry right now in Western Canada. Of course, Toronto. We always have Toronto playing second fiddle to them.
There you go.
But you know, we definitely have a strong market here, and it's thriving. It's only going to get better.
Besides you, you have Taylor. Now, Taylor is a New Faces Development Agent. Taylor, what is that?
So I develop the new faces. So essentially when you first start modeling or you think about modeling, there's a whole development process that has to go with that, right? You can't just come in the agency and say, okay, I'm ready to model. Well, you could actually, if you really got it.
Yes. like these two.
Exactly, exactly. There are a few that come in, you're like, okay, off to New York you go. However, there's a lot to learn behind the modeling. It's not just the dress up game. It's not, I'm going to be a model. It's a business. So it's really important, especially for our models, because they're representing Sophia models, hopefully internationally, you know, eventually, that they understand that this is a business, that there's a lot more to it than, you know, popping a pose, to say the least. So that's what the New Face Agent does, is we really develop the models in awareness of how this is a business, you know, how to portray yourself in front of the client, how to, you know, maintain your poise when you're in a day that you really just want to go home. And then I kind of go to the other end of the spectrum and look at the international possibilities for these models as well, not just within the local market.
Well, let's look at some of those international models that you're referring to. We have Kristen Zakala. Now, Kristen all of these models are actually from the Calgary area, is that correct?
That's right.
Now, Kristen has, well, the first thing that we notice about her is her freckles. Unbelievable. Her eyes, a brilliant emerald green. Is that what really appealed to you when you saw her?
Definitely. She has a look that is very different from other people. You know, her freckles definitely stick out. The international agencies love that. She's 5'11". Her hips are 35 inches. It's at the biggest part around the butt.
It's about numbers, isn't it?
It's about numbers. Nice hips, you know, and she's definitely got a great, great attitude. And that's the other thing that she must understand, is the attitude is so, so important in this industry. It's definitely what we were looking for also.
Let's look at Oliver's profile here. Oliver, you've done a number of shots here as well, too. You've done some underwear modeling. You've done some, well, it looks like you're playing basketball in one of these shots here, too. But the one thing that I noticed right off the bat about Oliver, he has so many different looks.
Yes, we definitely want that type of model to be associated with our agency. We can send him to TV commercials, to film. We can send him on still shoots. We can send him on the fashion show, on the runway. And Oliver has done all of them. And he's an all-around athlete and all-around model too.
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn is a girl from Sylvan Lake, just north of Calgary here. She 19 years old and is... she
looks like Taylor. Very similar.
Younger.
Very similar. Brooklyn is an up-and-coming international model. She's been abroad right now for about 3 months.
Amazing.
But before that she was in China, and now she's going back to China again to do another stint, another 3-month stint there. Just signed a contract with an agency agency in China.
Before we go away, Cecilia, you've been doing this for a while. Why do you love modeling so much?
Why do I love it? It's the flexibility, I guess, at this stage in my modeling career that it gives me. I have a profession outside of modeling, but it certainly got me through university, which was really my main motivation for doing it. It paid for university and set me up. And once I started in my career, I was able to go back to it as just a sort of fun freelance on the side, and have been able to maintain that over the course of about 30 years.
Sometimes you just don't know, but you know what? If you're curious, try it out. And it's alive, the modeling agency, alive and well and thriving, as Oliver will attest to as well, too. It is thriving here. Here's a guy who played basketball. He hurt himself. He says, hey, maybe I should do a little modeling.
With a face like that, why not?
Love this. Hey, thanks very much for all of you coming in here.
Thanks for having us.
It is the modeling industry update. Again, Bill, the owner of Sophia Models. You can find out more information as well, too, here in this city. Here's what's happening in and around our city, speaking of which. Yes, you will find it's Calgary Homeless Awareness Day. Representative from across the homeless serving sector will be joining together with those with lived experience, as well as those who want to end homelessness and ensure Calgary has enough affordable housing. Olympic Plaza from noon till 1, music, dancing, voting on seeds for change planter boxes. This is trending on Shaw.